Friends, hi friends, I'm Penny Hunt, and this is Penny Heart to Heart, day 39. 39 days since I have been in my home, 39 days of videos. I've been bringing you videos every day since I've been sheltering at home, as they say, at 3 o'clock Mountain Time. Every day I've been sharing tips and techniques and just talking to you about things that come to mind about what we're going through as a world and a country and a community and individually. And hopefully some of my tips and techniques have been helping. I want to remind you before I start that I'm giving away my book. So if you would like to be in this week's drawing, all you have to do is in the comment line write, "I love your book," and you will be in the drawing for this week. I let people know on Sunday who the winner is for the week. I package them up and then get them to the post office when I can get out and about. So do that if you'd like to be in this week's drawing. Yesterday, I talked about anger. And I talked about how I felt like I was seeing so much anger on the news channels, on any kind of TV reporting, locally, on Facebook. There's so much anger because everybody has an opinion. Everybody's on one side or another, or don't like the way things are happening, or defending the way things are happening. But it seems like there's so much anger. And so I talked about that and talked about how destructive anger can be on the big picture and individually, how destructive anger can be to yourself. But today something happened, and I want to talk about that because it's the opposite of anger. Because one thing I mentioned about anger is sometimes people just jump on the bandwagon of being angry, that they see other people angry and they say, "Oh yeah, I'm angry too," and then everybody is angry, and then there's this it turns into a big thing, a big mass of anger, and it's contagious. Well, let me tell you what happened this morning. When the weather's nice, I try to go for a walk just around my neighborhood. And so this morning it was one of those beautiful days, and still is, beautiful spring day. And so my husband and I went for a short walk, and I saw a sign in one of our neighbors' yards. And the sign said, it was a gold sign like you stick in your yard, like political signs and things. And it said, "Kindness, courage, and optimism are contagious too." I took a picture of it, and if you follow me, if you scroll down a little bit, I made a post about it this morning and called it a magnificent moment. One video, I explained to you about how I do magnificent moments of the day, and when I find things that strike me as wonderful and touch my heart, and they're just these little snippets of things that sometimes you would easily miss. And I will post them as the magnificent moment of the day. I'll post a picture. And so I used that today as one of my posts, my magnificent moment of the day post, because my mind immediately went to what I talked and shared with you yesterday about anger and how people can just jump on, and pretty soon everybody's angry, and it turns into this big, huge amount of angry energy. And when I saw this sign, I thought, this is perfect, because it's just the opposite of that. In the same way that anger can be contagious and people can jump on the angry bandwagon and the angry parade and start shouting and yelling and exploding about everything, the other side of that is you can also jump on the kindness, courage, and optimism bandwagon, because it can be contagious too. So have you ever been around somebody who's just really happy, just naturally happy? And children are like this, and babies, when they just giggle, you just have to giggle back, because even if you're not feeling happy, if you're around somebody who's giggling and happy and optimistic and being kind, it makes you want to be giggly and happy and optimistic and kind. Now, I talked the other day about how I've been called Pollyanna and Perky Penny and different things all my life because I have a very high happiness set point. That does not mean I ignore reality. I understand what's going on in the world. I understand when things are bad, but I also understand you can input so much of that into your brain, into your heart, into your spirit, and then you can stop it. And it's your choice whether you're going to be happy or not. If you're going to spend your day and yelling and being angry and exploding, or if you're going to understand there's some bad stuff happening, but you can still spend your day in kindness and courage and optimism and joy. So when I saw this sign out in this neighbor's yard, I was so thrilled to see it, because it is so true. Everything is contagious. Everything you do can be contagious. So we've been talking about how contagious this virus is, and washing our hands and wearing our masks when we go out and staying 6 feet apart, because the virus is so incredibly contagious, and we don't want to be ill. We don't want to make other people ill. And in the same way, if you think about everything you do is contagious, and give some thought into all of your actions, all of your words, everything that you say, everything that you talk about, everything that you do, because many, many times, maybe most times, what you say and do could be repeated, and then repeated again. So if you're saying things in anger, you can bet somebody's going to repeat that story and say, can you believe what they just did or what they just said? And in this day and age where everything is videoed and put instantly on social media, it will get repeated and repeated and repeated. In the same way, if you are doing acts of kindness, if you are being courageous, if you are doing things to support the wellness and happiness of not only yourself, but your family and your community and our country and our world, that will be contagious too. That will be repeated. That will be videoed and put out there on social media. So when I saw this sign, I thought it's the perfect thing to talk about today, on the heels of me talking about anger yesterday, and how everyone can just start to become angry and it just keeps feeding on each other. We can do it the same way in the opposite direction. So I wanted you to think about that. I did post it on my Magnificent Moment post, but I will probably put it in a comment below this video too, just so you can see the picture. And I'm sure I haven't been out a lot, so maybe those signs are all over town and I just didn't know it. And so I was so impressed to see that one today. And if you're doing something like that, if you have a sign in your yard, or I know people are putting hearts in their windows and things like that, share a picture with us in the comments below of what you're doing, because it is contagious. And I would almost guarantee if you share what you're doing in the comments below, somebody will see it and they will do it too, because it's contagious. Hearts in your windows or signs in your yard, or if you're making masks for others or whatever you're doing, share with us, because we want to know. We want to do it too. I want to remind you, if you want to be in the drawing for my book, all you have to do is in the comment line write, "I love your book." And even if you watch this later after it's not live, I will still pick up your name. I'll see the comment and you'll be in the drawing. And also remember, I put these on YouTube. So today I will have 39 videos just in this section on my YouTube channel. I have over 100 videos over and above that, but this is just for this time of sheltering at home that I've been doing these daily videos. I thank you for your time. I know it takes commitment to set your alarm and know that at 3 o'clock Penny's going to be talking. And I thank you for watching it later if you can't do it at 3 o'clock. And thank you for sharing and writing comments. I will see you tomorrow. Will be day 40. 40 days, that's a long time. I will have another topic to talk about with you tomorrow, 3 o'clock Mountain Time. I'm Pennie Hunt. This has been Pennie Heart to Heart. Thanks for watching.